Ladies and gentlemen, I hope you're all doing well, and welcome to this live land battle showdown. It's going to be myself and the Tomb Kings facing off against Norsca in their natural habitat, it looks like. Very, very snowy here on the glacial lake. But as far as the build goes, we got some chaff on the front line to absorb the initial beating, so skeleton warriors, with some more, better quality troopers in the second row. Nahakara warriors with their bonus versus infantry and decent combat stats can usually fight marauders well. We'll lose to upper tier Norscan troopers, but honestly, they get the job done. Kepler Guard in the back for our final line of defense, and to deal with the good quality troops, we do have the Screaming Beam catapults. Setra the Imperishable is going to be running around on his Sphinx looking awesome. And Sepulchral Stalkers and Skeleton Spears to deal with anything big. So let's see what my opponent's army looks like and start just basically catapulting these bad boys down. Maybe going into the Berserkers would be a good call here. All right, we shot the Great Bows. As far as their targets go, let's just start hammering the Berserkers. Cetra could move up there, but looks like we're going to get some heavy flank pressure here in a second. So we want to square all you guys up and get ready to party. Honestly, we should probably take down the Marauder Horsemen. I don't have too many good countermeasures against them, so I think that would probably be a prudent idea. In the meantime, on the other side, looks like it's going to be some nasty pressure coming as well, so let's get this all ready to go. And the Great Bows are now going to start shooting while you position and you come back here. All right. So Cetra. Looks like my opponent might commit to a little bit more fighting over here. These are the basic Norscan Warhounds. Frontline fighting seems to be going okay. Let's send in the Skeletons. Send in the old Skeletons, and the Sepulchral Stalkers can do some of their laser beams here. Let's go ahead and dodge this if possible and attack those hounds there. See if we can get any fights if my opponent's paying attention or not. All right, and you horsemen intercept those hounds, and our firepower should probably switch on to the Condom Wolves now. All right, Cetra, let's start popping some spells, buffing up the boys, making them a little bit better in combat. And these old spears are going to be causing some problems, I'm sure. Kepler Guard, this is what you're here for, to go clear out anything trying to get in and keep you guys nearby. It's actually the Imperishable going to go help with the wolves if you can catch them, and it looks like we did stop some of the hound back pressure. Actually, both of them did get shut down, so we want to make sure they actually get fully routed off the map here. All right, so let's go after these Condom Wolves, keep these spears going, and we shot the Great Bows. Unfortunately, we're probably going to lose a couple artillery pieces here, but I feel like the value trading is going reasonably well. Haven't been able to catch too much, which is kind of annoying. Let's go ahead and buff you guys up, pull you in. Fight on top of the catapults at the very least, and get those Great Bows on top of those. All right, so we've cleaned that off. Let's go get these horsemen chasing here, and these horsemen can go chase these guys down. All right, great. Let's pop our buffs, get all sauced out, see if we can get a good fight with the spears here. How are the Kepler Guard doing? Looking to do pretty good. Catapults, let's switch our catapults, which I forgot the hotkey because I'm a potato, onto the other javelin right there. Wrath of Betrayal as well, and let's see if we can break the position. Sepulchral Stalkers in a good fight. They ended up battling the Condom Wolves with infantry support, so they do not stand unsupported. We're head on value, but my opponent could start to cause some big havoc here for sure. Our Great Bows, how are they doing? It looks like they're hanging in there. Cetra needs to come over and support, I think. We can use the physical resist buff on the Sepulchral Stalkers and just keep chasing those horsemen around the map, and hopefully it will work out for us. All right, so how are we looking here? Let's collapse back on those guys. Cetra's looking to be pretty jacked. I don't even know who my opponent's lord is, to be completely honest. The catapults, how are we hanging here? I think we might actually lose this. Let's get the Great Bows back. These catapults are still shooting away. We can pull you guys in to hunt down these javelins, and Cetra needs to go and just goon this Shaman Sorcerer if possible. Skin Wolves got routed off, which feels pretty nice. So let's turn around and go after these Skin Wolves right now. All right, Cetra. My opponent's doing a good job of kiting Cetra, for sure. We'll use the Ushapti summon right there. Get these Great Bows back. I think we just have to concede that our artillery is lost at this point. We did chase a lot of his horsemen into the Shadow Realm there. These Marauder Berserkers might actually break, and we still do have a very, very erect Kepler Guard. And Cetra, honestly, is a pretty good answer against... yes, let's shoot you guys. Cetra is going to be a good answer against Wulfric, is what I meant to say. Wulfric does struggle against big armor, so... All right, collapsing down on those units, looking good. Value's looking all right for us. And Ushapti Great Bow Fire should be pretty punishing here. It looks like Hunter of Champions is going to be active, which will mitigate some of my movement. Chase those. And if we can get those Skin Wolves off the edge of the map, that's going to get rid of a lot of the potential. Yeah, get that caster too. No more burning heads for you. All right, so saving our magic a little bit. Ushapti Summon still getting in there. We did get the ranged assets down. Let's go get these guys down too. And the Great Bows, did they finish those Condom Wolves off? They didn't. Honestly, Marauder Horseman will be an easy target. Just keep chasing. Looks like my opponent's going to be moving away here. Sepulchral Stalkers in the backfield, I think giving them physical resistance will be pretty good against these units. Let's get them back. And the Great Bows should be able to deal with my opponent's skirmish units. And these last of these Marauder Hunters should be down, and we're still chasing those guys to the edge of the map. My opponent obviously just running, auto with them. Okay, it is a Fimir. Fimir are monstrous sized, I think, so I don't think the bonus versus infantry will be too useful here. And Wulfric, hopefully we can put some hurt on too. All right, so those guys got taken out by the Chosen of the Gods. That's going to be a good one. Nice, well played. It's pretty hard to react to that. He had a nice target there, but we do get the Bale Fiend off, so at least he did pay the final price there. So horsemen, yeah, I don't know why they stopped chasing those guys. It was obviously my fault, but let's go ahead and cast some more heals, but looks like we don't need to. This caster's gone, opponent taps out, GG, well played. Land battles, fast and furious, man. They go quick, especially on a map like Glacial Lake, but the catapults would have been better on a bigger map. I think Great Bows would have been a safer choice, easier to defend, more mobile. Here, it felt like he got on top of them quickly. Setcher was a raid boss, but didn't really get a chance to shine. My opponent quit before I got the chance to, kill Wolfric and some of those other units. But yeah, the Ushopti Great Bows are great. Also, the Sepulchral Stalker RORs for taking out some of the large targets were also quite solid. And yeah, I like the build. Maybe just go down to one catapult, or maybe get a casket or something. I don't know about caskets. I haven't tried them in a long time. But yeah, Kepragard were super jacked too. We were able to, Burning Head and Wolfric's Boat were what, is the answer against those things, but we were able to melt them down. So yeah, GG, well played. Fast and furious land battles, baby. It's the ways of old. Maybe we'll put another one after this, who knows. Take care of yourselves. See you guys next time. And that's going to be it for tonight. Ladies and gentlemen, I hope you're all doing well, and welcome to this live showdown. It's going to be myself and the Vampire Coast facing off against the Skaven. Not only are the Skaven invisible in the pre-battle screen, but their name is also invisible up here. All right, let's get it started. So the build's going to be Solastra. I think she's super good against Skaven, very good at clearing out mass amounts of chaff by spamming Tide Call, and she can summon OP Bretonnian Knights in your opponent's backfield to shut down artillery and weapons teams. And how can we not bring Queen Bess? It might not be the most optimal pick, but it's for sure the most fun pick, so we're going to have a good time with this. And also brought a cannon to try and shut down Warp Lightning cannons or Rat Ogres, whatever. So that's the jam, man. We got a little bit of an Air Force. We do have some Salt Lords, Scuttlers, and Deck Droppers here, and let's see what the Rat Army looks like. All right, so these are going to be Skaven slaves, and we do have a Warp Lightning cannon in the back. All right, so let's start posturing up here. We can work up the side a little bit, get some of these hounds creeping as well. I imagine the Warp Lightning is going to go after Solastra, so we need to get this cannon up to go after the It Could Zap Zap cannon. And we can also get Queen Bess initially nuking some clan rats. I think that should be fine. And we do have some more doggos back here, so we'll see if we can find any openings. What does my opponent's army look like in the front? Looks like he's got some Plague Monks. We got Lord Stinky back there. Warp Lightning Cannon will be putting some hurt on us now. So let's actually go back here and get Solastra. She got direct hit, so we need to get her in the tree line. We can't afford to be losing our Lord like that. All right, so pulling up around the top of the army here. And we can posture you here, get these hounds here. And we could start playing a little bit here. I don't know about the slinger presence of my opponent's army. I guess there could be Death Runners too. Yeah, Solastra's getting pounded by that It Could Zap Zap cannon. And the Queen Bess, yeah, let's just go after the Plague Monks. The cannon alone, plus some Fellbats, should be able to get the job done. We'll have to see. We do have doggos waiting in the wings. So let's pull up and around the back. And these hounds can also get in the back also. Looking good. And now the frontline fighting should be underway soon, so we can get some zombies starting to grind a little bit. We don't have to fully commit to the fight. Let's get Solastra working up into the trees, and Queen Bess with a direct hit on those Plague Monks. That's a thing of beauty right there. All right, so we got Eshin Triads protecting. The thing about Eshin Triads is they're not going to do a very good job at protecting the... let's have you guys start shooting the Ogres, get you guys here, you guys in the bushes back there, and get these Fellbats coming over the top. All right, so frontline fighting's underway. Solastra is relatively safe, so let's pull her out now. I think we're going to be able to effectively shut down the cannon using our bombers here. Yeah, you can see the cannon is overextending itself. And once that thing's offline, he's going to have to advance out towards me. We do see some Plague Monks getting worked here a little bit, and perfect. So yeah, Jezzail's moving up to counter-snipe my artillery, which is a smart play. But at the end of the day, I had something lying in ambush here, and I should be able to get him. All right, so how are we looking? Yeah, that got completely shattered off. Let's come back here, and we can actually go after the Plague Monks here and do this. Have you guys intercept right there, and just kind of keep surrounding his army. And as things run, okay, what are those? Skaven Slave Spears? Yeah, we can use our bats to just chase shit off. Yeah, let's make sure it's here. Solastra can now move up and start causing some havoc. Let's move you under, like so, and see if we can get on these. Okay, looks like my opponent was paying attention there. Slinger's causing a little bit of havoc into our army, so let's just pull back now. We don't have to commit too much value here. We're just kind of waiting, seeing if there's anything we can get on. And Solastra can go finish off those natty boobos. I think that's going to be a pretty cost-effective play for us. Bats on the far side. Let's go chase down those Plague Monks. Make sure they don't come back. And yes, just keep waiting. Keep playing very predatory here. And maybe the bomber mobs can finish off those natty boobos, though. That would be quite the play. All right, so let's get the Damn Knights Errant back there. And then we could just kind of peel out and run. All right, perfect. Pop that. Good. And those guys can just go in the... I think they have Lance Formation, don't they? Can't remember. Well, anyways, we just need to shut down all of his guns. So then we have complete freedom over the battlefield, essentially. All right, so Queen Bessie, start going after some clan rats. Cannon can start shooting at ogres. Looks good. Queen Bess is going to get back. We are being chased, so we need to get a little bit of support in here if we can. little bit of tide call action, never hurt nobody. So let's pop this and get these gun bats back. Unfortunately, I don't have the best answer for rat ogres. It's kind of something I noticed about my army. Let's move up our supporting elements, do this. And bats are doing great. Let's get these dogs around and have them do a little bit of a shift movement there, and great. So Slostra is going to have to peace out. We do have some depth guard nearby, which I suppose won't be the worst thing in the world. Let's get you guys back. You fell bats come down here, and hopefully they can just continue to just blast these guys. Yeah, Slostra is kind of getting pounded a little bit. She's going to need some support because I didn't bring invocations. I don't have any healing, so it gets a little bit shady over there. All right, so how are we looking here? Bomber bats causing some pretty substantial havoc. Those are Skaven slave slingers. Let's just kind of keep nibbling on whatever we can, although I feel like we need the dogs here. All right, so yeah, we get the engagement. Let's get Slostra to turn and fight while we have a little bit of pistol support. Looks like some ogres going to be heading for my artillery back here. Queen Bessie needs to switch on to a healthy unit. So what does my opponent have that's any good here? Yeah, those are some plague monks. So the halberds plus the bats should be able to deal with the ogres here, I think. So let's attack them to tarp at them a little bit. Slostra's in a bit of a dangerous fight. And we can drop a tide call on these advancing units. Looks good. That actually hit? Yeah, looks like it did. All right. So battle's getting a little bit scrappy here. Fellbats go chase those guys down, and in the backfield, it looks like we're able to route those. And let's get you guys move in, go after those Eshin Triads right there. And the halberd boy is doing a good job. Queen Bessie, what do we have advancing? These are most, Clan Vulcan Tail Slasher is actually a good target. All right, let's pop this. Unfortunately, I'm probably gonna lose my Lord here. I still think I can win it, even with the Lord going down. I have a pretty good battlefield presence. We've nibbled a lot of the army here, and it's just gonna be the Skrull Death Star. Yeah, I need to get away here. Like, we need to keep Slostra alive if possible. All right, let's get the Fellbats moving over to intercept with some halberds as well. Slostra, come on! Get away! Get away! We don't want to lose her already. All right, let's pop a tide call right there. Oh, okay, that was weird. I dragged it, but apparently just went the wrong way. Skrull Daddy might be able to finish the job too. This is going to get a little bit dicey. Queen Bessie is still knocking down a lot of doors here. We got dogs that could go chase those Skaven slave slingers off, and yeah, the Lizardmen, the Skaven army don't really have that much. I think we're going to win still, despite that. I mean, that's a rough one, but a lot of their stuff is just running for the hills. Let's get these Fellbats to go chase down these Rout Ogres, and these guys are chasing down the Pit Fighters. I think they're fine. They've done their job. And we got Eshin Triads moving in now. Okay, Depth Guard need to come in and just sandwich them like hardcore. Queen Bess still dropping some big bombardments for sure. Around the back of the battlefield looking good. In the woods, seems like it's going okay. Let's recharge those Skaven slaves. Queen Bessie in good shape. Slostra was actually the weak link here, although her disruption in shutting down the Dazales, I suppose, was pretty useful. So let's get this Carronade back, see if we could actually retreat it. We could run with the Queen Bess, but it's pretty much used all of its ammo, so I'm pretty happy with that, honestly. All right, so the bats chase you guys off. Is there anything else of note that needs to be chased off here? Yes, we do have some Plague Monks, so let's just Zerg them. Hope for the best. And how are the Halberd boys doing? Depth Guard for sure have their work cut out for them. They're going to have to carry this one pretty hard. Cannon Crew, let's get you back. Big Stinky might be able to pull it out. Man, the Big Stinky is certainly a problem. All right, so let's get you here. And yeah, we've chased all those down, which is good. And now we just chase you guys down. Let's bring the Doggos back. See if we get some rear charges, break some positions. Oh man, the Big Stinky AoEs there are rough. Queen Bess, the dreaded Queen Bess kite is always fun also, so we're going to run for the hills there. All right, so we chase down those. So let's go here and here, make sure nothing comes back. This cannon's going to be running away. And how are the Depth Guard looking? The Depth Guard, yeah, probably not able to escape here, unfortunately. Granted, the Eshin Triads are looks like they're gonna fall, which is nice. But yeah, we don't have like a lot of good stuff. It's really our opponent just pulling ahead on the bounce here. Yeah, Big Stinky, man. It went so well too. Slostra was just such a ineffective character for us. All right, so we broke all those, and yeah, it's really just gather up and see what we can do here. Maybe this Cannon Crew can stabilize somehow. Looks like, yeah, they're not going to. The Queen Bess actually kind of got away, which is really funny. All right, back in you go. It's Skrull, it's a Chieftain, it's some Eshin Triads, Clan Vulcan Tail Slashers, and the cannon is now going to be turning about face. Let's see if we can get Queen Bess to drop one more big shot before she goes into the night there. That'd be really nice. Couple Rout Ogres on the way back, and looks like we got all our bomber mobs down who need to make their way back in. All right, so we're going to get a shot here. Let's see what we can do. Queen Bessie shoots, and it swings, and does it hit? Yes, sort of. Might be enough to break the leadership. The Doggos are here, and yeah, the Fellbats will have good melee defense, but you know, the Queen Bess crew is gonna be in bad shape here. All right, let's keep moving. We still have a fair amount of like big waves of zombies, but I'm concerned I'm gonna get army lost. I feel like that's what's gonna happen here. All right, let's get you guys in, and we got the bats on the way. Let's get the bats attacking these guys, and once they attack, we can attack with the other units. And the Queen Best crew, we're going to run it just to maintain balance of power. All right, so charging in, charging in. And do we get the break on the Eshin Triads? I think we should with the dog support. I don't know. The Rout Ogres have shattered, which is excellent. So let's get back now. These guys have been broken. They're wavering, and it looks like Skrulk's going to be dropping a summon here, so we could just pull back and just attack something else, which is fine. So let's continue chasing these, and now we just run away. Go clean these guys up. Go clean these guys up while we get our deck end mobs back in. That's going to be pretty good. All right, what do we got in the trees? Some Skaven Slave Slingers. Let's go hunt them down. Chase those guys over there, and Queen Bessie has fallen. And did we get the ogres? We got them. Unfortunately, the bats chasing them have fully routed, but these guys can come back in, try and keep the Eshin Triads from making it back to their homies. Let's trade here. You come back this way, and those rats have gotten completely broken, but I just don't know if we're going to be able to kill Skrulk, honestly. He's looking pretty sauced. All right, let's rear charge into... Oh, these are the summon clan rats, aren't they? They are, yeah. So we don't want to waste any assets on them, really, if we don't have to. All right, bats, let's go. And you guys can go and get ready to party here into the back of these Clan Vulcan Tail Slashers. Charge them in the front, pull you back. And, oh yeah, that's right, we had those guys too. All right, so did we get the break on them? We do. Negative 18. Should be a break. Let's run this way. And, yeah, do we have any big zombie units coming in? Okay, we do, but they're just all crumbling. GG, well played. It was a good game. Honestly, it was a solid scrap on my opponent's part. I thought in the beginning we would get it with the artillery snipes. Like, it just was so one-sided, but at the end of the day, the Queen Best just wasn't too effective once we did that initial pounding, although I bet you it paid for itself. It was Slostra that really threw it. She's 3,000 gold, guys. She just straight up died. My poor micro, obviously. Queen Best only 1,000. Bomber mobs are good, but yeah, it was a fun game. Cool build for my opponent. You know, he had a little bit of anti-large to deal with crab rushes. Had some nice Giselle play. Overall, it was just a solid performance for my opponent. He focused his targets well, and I let Slostra get killed, and that cost me the game. If we just keep her alive in the late game there, we're totally cozy. GG, well played. See you guys next time. That's it for today, and we'll be back with more haunt action soon. Cheers.